Welcome back to episode 7, again with Wheezy and Streets, the one and only. So get their details in the stream here and give them a follow. Today we're going to be talking about a couple of the updates we've had in the last week. Not lots changed with Ark Raiders, so I just want to go over a couple of things, and then also I wanted to talk about a different game, so we're not just only Raiders exclusive, because there's a lot of good shit coming out in the community. So I wanted to go over the patch updates they just had. We just had one, what was it, like 2 days ago? We had a morning patch. So they fixed a couple of the things that we've been utilizing in some of the PvP matches, like the snap hook where you can put it back in your safe pocket. Gone. That's no longer a thing. They lowered the drop rate on blueprints, so they tweaked that. They ended up increasing high tier materials and raider caches, so you're going to get more stuff for crafting in the caches and not just bobcats torrentes. And they also did a couple performance fixes, with like the UI and stuff like that. So I've been playing it pretty consistently. I know Streets has, and then Wheezy's been kind of off and on because he's going through his gaming stuff. So what do you guys think has happened, or what do you guys feel in the last week with what they've already done with fixing broken shit?
I think Ark Raiders wants you to lose your loot. It seems as though they don't want you to hold on to anything. They don't want any gear fear. They want you to experience the game fully. Not putting the snap hook away, I guess in their eyes, was not allowing you to fully be vulnerable and experience the game the way everybody else is experiencing. So, to me, I wish they wouldn't have done that. I just started bringing out the snap hook and getting good with it. And as soon as they do, now I can't do anything with the snap hook to put it away. So it evens everything out, but it's like, oh man, I just started to use my snap hook. Wheezy, what are your thoughts, brother?
Yeah, I'm sad about the snap hook, man. I like doing that, roll back, put in your butt, It's I understand why, because it's like a forever snap hook. If you do it every single time, you're not gonna lose it at all, and then you can just repair it over and over again. So I mean, it makes sense, But yeah, I mean, with all the other changes though, I'm glad they are lowering the free loadout, because now it makes more people to bring in kits and not just bring a free loadout, and I feel like that's a big problem for me. Me bringing in a kit like a Tempest 4 in, and then you kill everybody that's in the lobby, and then they all have free kits. So you pretty much just going in there for like no reason. I feel like you bring in a lot to gain nothing. So. But I think that's something that they're doing good for, or they're doing good at, is kind of definitely nerfing the free kits for sure. I definitely like that. What about you, Sandy?
I don't think as much of the devs wanting us to lose gear as much as they want us to bring more gear in, because with the nerfs and stuff, they want us to bring in more of the rare guns to have that edge. And that's kind of like, I'm upset about the Stitcher with them nerfing it, because it was fun to be able to go in with the free kit and just terrorize, right? Like you can do just as good with the Stitcher as you could with the Bobcat, or actually better with the Bobcat at that point. So as much as it hurts for me to say it, they really did need to make the purple guns purple quality damage, right? And have the gray guns under that, and have an actual tier system based on the rarity or scarcity of the parts and stuff for the gun. So it's the thing that needed to happen. So I guess I'll just run more Bobcats and shoot a turret with 30 rounds and die from the turret, So, but overall, I mean, I think, I don't know. I'm not happy with them leaning more towards the PvE side. I think that they need to keep it equal, because yeah, their player base is like 70-80% PvE. You still got that 20-30% that are PvP, and they're also a big chunk of the game. You're talking about a quarter of the player base that wants to jump in and do some competitive shooting, you know? So, but I'm sure that they'll work it out. I mean, it's like a seesaw, right? Like it's imbalanced, it's unbalanced, it's unbalanced, but at some point it's balanced. So we'll just have to get there. But what's up, Streets?
Do you know any major PvE streamers? I don't.
I do.
I
definitely
personally
do.
don't. Like, who just PvE though?
Mhm.
You know, you think about PvP, you know, you got Peanut, Nick Merckx. You got tons of people who, you know, play the game. You got Young Streets, you got Sandy Fat, you got Wheezy, you got Smart, you know, you got the greats. So I don't know too many people that just PvE and then like have a huge following that only PvE. If you can name somebody, I would love to hear them. But I don't know anybody. And I mean, the biggest
So,
streamer in the world right now, who won the Streamer of the Year, is Peanut, and he predominantly PvPs. So
well, you know Gingy, right? The place of Peanut.
yes.
So Gingy was mostly PvE before she was playing with Peanut, and she
Ah,
started doing more PvP. So
so that goes to show you. Hold on, wait a minute. So you, in your own words, just said that she switched over from PvE to PvP because it's more exciting and there's more of an audience watching the PvP.
well, it's more of like all your friends are doing one style, and if you're going to play with your friends, of course you're going to do that style, right? But most of the games she plays are like PvE games. They're not really like competitive PvP. Peanut, Uxie, Shroud, they're all PvP sweats. I mean, every game that they play is a shooter PvP game.
Swag too, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so like if she's going to play with them, she's of course going to do, PvP. But she was primarily PvE before, and that's where all of her viewers were coming in. Because I looked it up here, March of 2006, Ark Raiders has roughly 2,000 to 4,000 active streamers on Twitch out of their 170,000, peak viewers, right? So, I mean, there's a lot of other stuff that goes in with that because not all 4,000 of these streamers are just doing PvP. A couple of people I follow are PvE only, and I jump in their chat sometimes and like play with them. It's like, come on, shoot him, kill him, you know, just to get a little rowdy in there. But they are out there. There's a good amount of them that are doing it, and it's just as funny, like it's just it's entertainment. It's not just the hey, I'm winning the game, it's just being funny and getting out there and being silly, So that's what streaming is. You're entertaining people. That's your main thing. So, but you can also love streaming and love winning at the same time. And if you're really good at it, you're going to get a lot of viewers because people want to see that. There's also people that just like you for your personality, just being silly and goofy. So, but I don't know. It's just my end on that. I'm pretty neutral when it comes to it. Even though I like the PvP more, before I met Wheezy, I was actually PvE. I was just trying to do fucking missions. I was trying to find these damn robots, and he was gonna murder my ass. And I said, "Hello?" And he's like, "Oh damn, I feel bad for. I don't want to kill this baby bird." And then we ended up playing, and then he got me into PvP. So like because you guys play it, I play it.
I'll ask you this though. Now that you've experienced the PvP side of things more than the PvE, what do you like to play more? Is it more fun to play PvP now, or is it more fun to go back and play PvE?
It's subjective because if I had friends that only like to do PvE, I'd probably play PvE. Like us as humans, we are creatures of habit, right? We
Yes.
like we want to stick with our crew. So like if you're with someone that's doing something else in the game and they're having fun, you want to do it with them and have fun with them, right? That's the whole aspect of it. So if I'm playing with you guys, I'm gonna have way more fun doing PvP, right? And I know you guys are gonna have more fun doing PvP. But if I want to go play with some of my viewers that drop in that only do PvE, I would have fun playing PvE with them, So I can do either or. But I honestly, after getting a taste of the pie of PvP, I like PvP better. So I think that's more my thing. On solos, like I feel so bad killing people, but
and maybe that's the
Don't.
thing with with Genji too. Maybe she was a PvE player, and then once she came over with Peanut and them, she's like, hey, this this is fun. Like this is the different side of the game that I don't maybe get to experience. So I think it's just both sides are exciting. I don't want anybody to watch this and think that I'm knocking the PvE players at all, because I sometimes as well, hardly ever, but I do PvE. I mean, we all have to, because it's ultimately us versus the Ark. So
yeah, I don't pin them all to each side, but what I can say is, though, the PvE players that are fucking entitled and say, oh, it should only be PvE. Fuck you. Get out of here, your bullshit. Same thing with the PvP people that only want fucking, this game should only be PvP. Fuck you guys too. Like it's both. It's like bicyclists, right? Like we got to share the fucking road. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
We all got to travel. We all want to do our thing. We got to share it. So I get a lot of chats with people, like the entitlement, dude. It's just so fucking unreal. It blows my mind. It's like, this is not your game. Okay, this is a game that Embark put out for a specific audience. It's an extraction shooter. That's what it is. There's elements of PvE. You can choose. You can choose to not shoot anybody and be a Care Bear and go into Care Bear lobbies. That's what the matchmaking does. Or you can choose to be a psychopathic murderer and do PvP. And you're going to get put in aggressive lobbies. That's the whole point of the matchmaking, But the entitlement is so fucking real, dude. It drives me nuts. I try not to respond to these comments all the time, but sometimes I feel like I gotta say something, I'm like, bro, hey, it's always gonna be there. Get over it, So it drives me nuts. But that's my case. I know it sounds a little aggressive, but like it's real. It's facts, But I do like being a psychopathic murderer. It's way more fun. And then, like Weezy says, don't feel bad about them on solos. Well, it's like squashing a baby bird, man. Like, you still kind of feel bad. You're like, dude, I should have killed that bird. They're defenseless.
The only time I ever feel bad is when they're like, oh no, why do you kill me? I was like, shit, now I feel bad, but the thing is that you should be talking to me. If you don't want me to, if you're gonna not PvP, I will actually respect that. Don't PvP me, don't kill me. Cool, like fine. But if you're not gonna talk to me after I down you, it's like, oh man, why are you trying to kill me? I'm like, that's your own fault, man. Again, I'm all about PvP, man. I don't care about none of that PvE stuff. And I know Sandy's trying to, say both for fun. Nah. I think PvE is just boring.
There we go. There's the real feelings.
PvE is boring. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's boring.
I
PvP
think
brings I mean it's not I wouldn't say all the way boring. Like it's fun sometimes, but like I came here to murder people, all right? If you give me the PvP option, man, I'm gonna come in here and try to take all the loot that you have in your backpack, So that's just my thoughts and my opinion on that, because I'm all about PvP. If you don't like it, then
get out.
is an option, bro. Helldivers is an option, bro. It's the same shit, kind of.
and it's so cool, that they do give us those options, because there's definitely been times where I've shot people and then they go, oh man, why'd you shoot me, bro? Come on, bro. It's like, I guess I'm human. I feel bad. I'll get you up. Hold on. Let me just wipe this squad. And then they're all cheering for you, giving you like pointers, like, look, he's over here behind the wall. There's a team coming. It's like, all right, I'll defib you. You've earned it, So, I mean, like I said, even playing the PvE, sometimes it could be cool going up. I don't completely knock them. It's cool if you're going to go take down. I'll say this. If people wouldn't snake you out when you're going against the queen and the matriarch, I think the PvE experience would be a lot more fun. But you always have it in the back of your mind, as soon as I get done with this, somebody's going to come and slime me out. Somebody's going to come and shoot me in my back and escape with all the high tier loot. So I think that if there was, like we've been talking about, a way to make it PvE only for a certain match, I think a lot more PvP players would find enjoyment in playing the game PvE style.
That's
Yeah,
what the
that
shared
was
watch event should have been. That's what
Yeah,
the shared watch
exactly.
should have been.
Exactly. That's what shared watch should have been. I
Been
I
mad.
thought it was. I was all over here like, hey, and I went into the event like, hey, blow. Somebody shot me. I'm like, bro, what are you? This is friend. We're sharing this. It's shared lobby, and they was like, yeah, well, we don't have to do this. Then I understood. Like I seen a dark cloud come over, lightning and stuff. He's like, I don't have to be friendly. I'm like, no, wait.
well,
By that time, he'd already cracked his knuckles.
Yeah.
I was back
that
in the
was
lobby.
Wheezy's favorite thing to do was like, oh, there's matriarch. Let's go find people and kill them and take their legendary weapons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm people will call me a rat for that, but
It's not ratting.
well, a snake or whatever, but I'm not, I let people know I'm not friendly, I always, like, I will never tell you I'm friendly to snake you, that's just not who I am. I'll just tell you I'm just not friendly. Like, I'm here, all the smoke. I want all the smoke. I don't care if you double team me, 3 team me, 4 team me. Like, literally, I think, like a month ago where I had, like, 5, 6 people trying to kill me last time. Oh, just trying to take me down. So I think that's fun for me. Just 1v6.
How it rolls. But I mean, that's the part of it though. Is like you're supposed to be looking over your shoulder, like, dude, I get sniped. That's part of the anxiety. That makes the game interesting. There's always
Yeah.
that constant danger. It's not just a rolly ball. Blast your cheeks apart. Someone's gonna roll up around the corner at any moment, like in a whole other team, and they're gonna start, lighting you up. So, of course, like on Salamantes, it's like 4th, 5th, 7th, 8th fucking parties, dude, just back to back to back to back. So it gets old, but it's part of the game. So I like going into matriarch and getting free shit. You don't have to do all the work. You just kill people and take their shit. So, and then it's still the challenge. They're of course they're gonna shoot you back. So, but I like Stella though. Stella's pretty fun until it's not.
Yeah.
Until it gets so fucking sweaty, dude, and the arc and shit. So, but there's only so many maps, where PvE is good. Like Blue Gate, it's a sniper map. Same thing with Dam, but Dam's kind of more, loot tower. You got traps and people ratting up in the towers and stuff. There's just so many different things can happen, so you get to choose. You could go to a different map and, lay it down. So, well, I got a couple questions on here. So it's the PvP, or actually, no. We'll go to the trials. I don't know if you guys play with the trials a lot, like where you kill like arcs and stuff. They give you points, or you get into like looting, like how much are you coming out with? You get like rewards for that for different stuff, and then we also have outfits you can get from doing them too. So have you guys been playing with that a lot, or at least looking at it?
I'm going to be honest. I have not. I don't care at all about the trials. I could give a damn about them trials. For me, I'm like Wheezy. I'm coming with my leather belt off and ready to swing it and tear up some cheeks. Pow, 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 pow. I'm not playing. I will say, shout out to Get Out of My Way, my brother who introduced me to this game. He does a lot of the trials, and he has actually been top of the leaderboard in the world since the game has came out. He's been on there a few times, and he would tell you, I PvE and PvP, and I still get my trials done. So he likes it. I particularly, and we just had, the reason I say that, we just had this conversation a couple days ago where he's like, I still, PvE and get my trials done and PvP. And I'm like, well, I told him I don't care about none of that. I'm coming in just PvP. I don't care what them trials say because really they're not, I don't feel like made for the PvP players. So I don't really care. I'm not specifically going in to hunt any Ark. I'm going in to hunt Raiders. So I think that Wheezy has said this on episode 3 or 4, I believe it might have been. We need PvP trials. So Embark, I know you guys are watching. always are. Thank you. We love you. We love the game. Please give us PvP trials. I think that would do the game wonders, especially for the PvP players, because we don't really have too much to work forward to. And in the shared watch event, you actually got less points for killing and PvP playing. So I feel like it's only right they double back and give something to the 20 or 30% of players they say are just PvP. And I think the PvP trials is something that we need, and it would allow me to pay more attention to the trials and maybe care about it more. Because at this point, I don't care. How do you feel about that, Wheezy, my brother?
Man, you already know, man. I don't give a two rats ass about the fucking trials, man. And not only that, they drop skins for the trials, right? Like the Alpino skin, right? And they drop a similar version of it. Like that one skin with the hood and like the cool mask for the other when they introduced the beers, that one skin with it, right? And it reminds me of the Alpino skin, right? So there's like really no point even just grinding for the shit. Even the new trials, right? It looks ass, bro. I don't want to go for that shit, man. It's not catching my interest, you know. So again, they knew they desperately need PvP trials, man. You know, a bunch of trials. Do damage to the Rattler, do damage to the cat with the kettle, do damage with like the Pharaoh, you know, just all these different types. All these different types of like guns they can add for the PvP trials, do damage to raiders, you know, all of this, you know, like they have so much opportunity to do it. And I think having again Peanut as your top player and does PvP, you got to implement PvP. They just got to, man. You can't just back off from PvP. Just keep backing off from PvP. You gotta introduce it. You know, like how the shared watch event, maybe have another event that's just strictly PvP and have that do 2 times the amount, you know, of XP. I think they should just stop trying to hold back. And I would know it. And here's the thing too. I will give this. Marathon is all about PvP, and I actually like it. Like I actually like that about it. It's about PvP. And I think they should take that consideration from Marathon, because Marathon is doing pretty good. I mean, it's not doing better than Ark, right? They have 50, 70K on Steam, so they have competitor now. All right, I'm not gonna say they don't. They have a competitor now, and they gotta like they can't fuck up now, because if they start fucking up, then you know Marathon might start getting the lead, and then maybe Ark is gonna be left in the dust. You know, so I think they need to really implement PvP, because PvP is a huge thing for I think every game. You know, if people like it, people like it. You know, and stop trying to feed PvE people. Give me something to fucking do while I'm murdering people. You know what I'm saying? Like I want something, man. I want something. Yeah. What about you, Sandy? What you got? What you think about the whole rant that I just did right now?
Yeah, you know, I think they do need to give us more. I mean, even it's so simple. Put a new gun in the game, or make it to where, hey, if you want this legendary SMG that shoots energy bullets, you have to get 1,000 knocks in 30 days, or 500 knocks, or whatever it is, right? Like make an achievement to unlock something that is going to be primarily used for PvP, right? Maybe the energy gun's not good against Ark, but it's great, amazing for PvP, right? Give the sweats something to work towards, you know, to get the even sweatier guns, you know? And it's going to cause more competition, because the people that are getting fucking lit up by these energy SMGs are like, oh, well, shit, well, I got to up my game. I got to go kill some people, you know? So I agree. I agree to an extent. I think that we need to have more. It's a shared game, right? If you're going to make it aggressive based matchmaking, and you're putting people in the PvP lobbies and people in the Care Bear lobbies, then tailor it for both sides, not just one side. So, I mean, the choice is the people's, right? Like, you can choose. You literally can choose. You can get in the friendly lobbies by just loading in 8 times and surrendering. You know, you don't have to do the PvP. So, I agree. I think they need to give us more so we can play with more toys. You know, I'm hoping by at least by the map time, if they do the map, the next update they should be working on right fucking now is weapons. Give us more shit to play with. So Well, this is perfect because this goes into segment 3, which is the PvP versus PvE debate, right? Like, so a lot of people are saying, like even Hutch, Peanut saying it, a couple other big streamers are saying that they're leaning more towards PvE, and that's why they're not wanting to play the game as much because there's nothing else for them to do. Just like you guys are saying, it's the same. It's copacetic across the board. What people are feeling. So, should the game prioritize PvE, or should it stay in the middle? Right? I think they should stay in the middle, and they should do it for both. But what do you guys think?
I
I think
agree too. My bad. No,
no. Go ahead. I will say I agree. Go ahead.
I agree, man. The middle. I don't want you just to like focus on one side, like how they're doing the PvE, you know. But like, be in the middle, you know. Have one event for PvE, they have another event for PvP. You know, I feel like it's such a simple like task, like just a simple thing to do. But I don't know why they're so scared to go right in the middle and do PvP. You know? Again, you have top streamers and all that are doing PvP. You know, stop trying to run away from it. That's what I feel like they're trying to do. You know, run away from it. Like trying to like put to the side because their fan base is all about PVE. Like no man, like if you want to have the 100% and not just 80%, but the full 100%, try to please everybody. You know, try to have people look for it. Because me now, man, I haven't played Ark in 3 days, 4 days, because I'm not like. I got nothing else to do. I mean, I did Expedition. I could do all my stuff right now, but I know I could get that within the week. And then what? You know, like I got nothing. I got nothing to grind for. You know, I think the SMG would be perfect. You know, even a flamethrower. You know, like how Sandy wants. But it's just, I think we just need something, man. It's just something. But I think right in the middle is perfect. You know, right now they're feeding PVE. Show some love for the PvP people, man. Show love to me. All right. I need some love here. We all need love. I'm tired of just doing the same shit over and over again. What about you, Streets? What you got?
I'm gonna say I agree with both of you guys. I think they need to remain fair and be in the middle. I also feel that they've shown a lot of love to the PvE. And the PvP, I feel like, is what got the game to continuously hit its peak numbers. You're seeing Peanut, you're seeing Nick Merckx, you're seeing Shroud, and all these people play Cloaksy, and the people are tuning in and they're going and playing the game because of them. And they experience the game after that, however they experience it. But I feel like that PvP that they had, even the big Bungulator War, all that really blew the game up. And I don't feel like they've ever kind of doubled back and kind of repaid the PvP players for that, for kind of blowing the game up and getting it to the status that it is. So I feel that maybe they should lean a little bit towards the PvP when they, just to give us a little bit, remain in the middle. But you guys have been all the way on this side for the PvE players. Like, hey, you can remain in the middle, but maybe when you do, just kind of lean a little bit to the right and give us PvP players a little love, right? We all love your game. And it's like, it's unfair, when you see somebody else like, oh, look, they're getting something cool, or, oh, they get this and they get that, and you don't get that. The other side kind of misses out. And you still remain, loyal. You still play the game faithfully. So they should reward us for that. They should reward, the people who continually keep the game going and, promote it and play. So yeah, I feel like they should remain in the middle, but show us PvP players a little bit of love.
All right, I agree. Well, with this, what actually makes Ark Raiders for you exciting? Like when you're about the launch of the game, what gets you the feels, gives you the tingles, The gamer, I'm about to fucking get some shit done today. Like what makes it exciting for you?
If I'm being honest, it's that nostalgic feel. It's that feel of, hey, well, I'm gonna get on with my boys or with my homegirls. We're gonna go in here and we're gonna have a good time, whether we're going against the matriarch or the queen, or whether we're just PvP hunting raiders down. They've somehow managed to capture that I guess essence, that feeling, that vibe of just having a fun time playing video games. So for me, the funnest part is getting on and playing with my homies, playing with my friends. I got know a lot of friends that came back out of the woodwork. Like, I haven't played a game in a minute, bro. I'm back. It got the crew back. It got the boys back. So again, that's the funnest part for me. Is just the overall experience of gaming with the homies and having a good time, whether we're laughing or yelling because we just got ratted out and lost all our loot. It still feels good to be on the game with your people you grew up with, and to meet new people who have the same enthusiasm for the game as you. That's what keeps me coming
Right.
back. What about you, Sandy? What do you feel is something that keeps you coming back to the game, or what the best part about the game?
Yeah, it's not as much the game as the people, Like, I've had some nights where I was gonna get on and I was like, who's on? I'm like, fuck, Streets is not on. Fuck, Wheezy's not on. Shit, Fitzy's not on. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go to bed. Like, for me, like the solo, it doesn't do it for me. It's an interaction you have with the people and the excitement of the game in itself. But it's the nostalgia vibes. That's why it does it for me. I work long hours at work. I got a lot of stuff I got to take care of in my day-to-day life, and being able to just let it go for a minute and play the game and just escape for a little bit, it means a lot. It keeps me sane, So, but it's got to be both for me, Like, I just bought those other games, I told you guys about. Like, I ain't playing those games by myself. It's boring, So, but that's how it rolls for me. What about you, Weezy?
Y'all took right out my mouth, man. The people, just the friends, and I think even in the beginning, just like experiencing something new and like the lore behind the game too. It's just fun to get into and just playing with the homies, and just vibing out, yelling at the game, laughing at the game. It's just this game has brought that back. It hasn't like I think the last game for me was probably like Call of Duty, for me at least, like Warzone, MW 2019 Warzone, like that shit. It gives that a nostalgic feeling. I feel like, and I think, playing with the homies was probably the best part. Just get after a long day, get on the game, have fun with the homies. I think that it does really well with that. So again, I agree with every single one of y'all. So
All right. Well, let's get into Marathon versus Ark Raiders. So, and I know you got some more more uphand experience with it, Weezy. Right now, they are, of course, the competitor with Ark. So they don't even let you type the fucking name Ark Raiders in a marathon. Like, that's how petty these people are right now. There's a couple other games that are like that. So people are really trying to be the next one in on the game. Marathon has 86,700 peak concurrent viewers at Steam at launch. Their server slam test peak had 143,000 people that tuned in for that. Ark Raiders, it has been at 264,000 peak concurrent users and 3.2 million users across all platforms. Oh, Ark is still in the lead. They're still kicking ass. Marathon is still growing. We've only had it out for like what, like a week since that slam, so they're getting some good numbers in. So I think they are needing to work through their bugs and fix their shit for the PC people, because I think a big majority of PC people are not playing it right now because they can't play it because of the bugs, the missing cursor and stuff like that. Streets already knows that shit pissed me off. 46 minutes of my life down the drain to get this game, the fucking launch and work, and I couldn't even get past the tutorial, and I just deleted that shit and got my 15 gigabytes back on my SSD. So, and I even made the statement, look, I'm not a hater, I expect the fucking game to work, and I'm not going to waste my time. I'd rather spend my time playing another game than trying to get a game that should work out of the box. So little frustrating with that, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try the game when it works. So, but what do you guys think? Do you guys think that they're gonna surpass them with what they're doing with the PvP? You think the PvP people are gonna get tired and leave Ark and go to Marathon and adopt that as their new main game? Like, what are your thoughts?
In the world of gaming, anything is possible. I would not put it past any game to say, "Oh no, there's no way you could do this," because there's always a way, right? So,
Right.
I agree that the playtest kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. Can't use the keyboard, to alt tab out. Can't use your mouse. A lot of little bugs that were kind of like irritating. I haven't played it since it came back out. Hopefully they fix that. I will say I did see something, I think on X, on Twitter, that it said they went ahead and patched that to where you can't type Ark Raiders. And it blurred it out. I think they went ahead and fixed that. They apologized for that. So good on good on their
Yeah.
part. That's cool. Keep the gloves on, man. If you're gonna keep it professional, keep the gloves on. Don't do no little, dirty tactics or anything like that. But shout out to them for going back and, taking it on the chin and saying, hey, we was wrong. We're sorry.
I gotta type
But
it in now.
yeah, you type it in now. But it's cool to see, some competition. Competition always breeds, the best in people, I feel like. It makes you work harder. Like, hey, now we can't be lazy. Now we can't just get away with doing anything because, if we don't get an end game, Marathon has an end game. So Ark Raiders has to figure something out because just doing the expedition wipe is going to eventually get old. And it could lead people to go try playing Marathon, and they may like that more. I have heard a few streamers say that the game's difficulty level is a little higher than Ark Raiders, that it made Ark Raiders look elementary in comparison to how difficult it is to kind of learn the game. So for people who maybe want a different challenge, who kind of are getting tired or kind of wore out on Ark Raiders, it's a good possibility that that could very well be what happens. So never say never, especially in gaming. Never say never.
Right.
What about you, Wheezy? Just
No,
thoughts, baby.
yeah, I agree, man. And I talked to my on my last stream with Alpha Virgo. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna play it, right? And then after I keep looking people playing it, I was like, okay. It kind of catching my interest a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It's catching my interest a little bit because I see like the classes and like the end game of the classes. You can switch classes and max it out and all that. I was like, okay, I like that. Every class has different. It's kind of like Battlefield almost, right? Every classes have their own type of meaning and what they can do and like their own buffs and all that, right? So I think I might try it out again because they say that this game is definitely the difficult level T is stronger. I heard that you can't find no meds in the game because you're supposed to bring that in. Ammo's kind of scarce, a lot of different type of things for a marathon. You know what? I might give it a try. If it gets discounted, I might buy it. I'm not gonna lie, I might buy it and try it out because the PvP aspect seems more heavy than Ark. I'd rather have more PvP action than Ark. No hate to Ark, I love Ark. Brought me back to life, right? But if Ark is going PvE side, by all means do it, because that's all your fan base. But Marathon is more of a PvP, and then I know they're leading towards that. I know they're gonna add like a rank system into that game, and honestly, I wouldn't mind grinding for the game. Honestly, I think that'll be pretty fun to check out. But I obviously am gonna wait until they fix all the shit that they got going on with PC. So I'm not gonna buy that anytime soon until they have everything figured out and all that. So what about you, Streets? Go back to you, man. What you got?
I'm going to ask you guys a honest question. Is it me, or are you guys getting somewhat bored with the game? Does it seem to be becoming a little repetitive?
Yep.
Or am I tripping?
Nope.
Yeah.
I've been playing Battlefield, man, for the past 3 days. I bought Battlefield 6 and I've been playing it for the past 3 days because I don't want to play Ark. I really don't, because it's just I feel like it's
That
boring.
that right there, what you said is true. And I think a lot of people right now are starting to experience like I'm getting kind of burnt out, because there's no new maps, there's no new weapons, there's no PvP trials. And like I said, I kind of fear that this update that we're about to get in March might do, more damage than anything because people are ready for something new. And this update, what is it, Flashpoint?
Think so.
Yeah, this update just has weather conditions again, new arc threat. It's like, how many arc threat you gonna give us? Give us a new gun to combat the arc threat. Like, come on, baby. Like, hook us up, Embark. So I feel like that's a real scary thing that they may even be experiencing, talking amongst the developing team. Like, hey, are we driving people away by not giving them enough content? Because the game, like Jamie just said, it is so repetitive. And it is. And I love that. But after a while, you do start to kind of get tired of it. He said it became repetitive for him a long time ago. He said that's honestly why he walked away. Because he used to play it just like us. My cousin Jamie, he's watching, and he said the same thing. He said it just got repetitive. But he just, felt that way back then. He just felt like, there was no end game. I guess he kind of picked up on it quicker than most. But I feel like we're all kind of getting to that point where we're like, we switch the game up, and that's not what you want. You want people like, I don't care, I'm about to go make some coffee. I'm about to do what I can. Look, I'm up. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, I'm splashing water on my face. Whatever I got to do, I got to stay in this game. I got to play. I got to get back to it. So right now, you don't want people kind of getting tired and kind of, wanting to experience new things. You want to keep them playing. So that was just
Right. Yeah, it's the same thing over and over and over and over, So they need to start dropping something more substantial. They need to start doing that like now. Because once you start getting momentum going downhill, it's really hard to stop it. Right now they got that good momentum going up and an upward trend. So there's only the gaming community is pretty forgiving, but it's only going to go so far before people start to say, or something else pops up and they're like, oh, this is a new fucking Ark Raiders, let's go to this. And then they lose out on it, right? And this is their potential to come out with more games. Now that they have the popularity and they have the upward trend, it's not just Ark Raiders. It's not the only possibility. They could develop a whole other game, and suck people in because people have that trust. And this is what we were talking about last podcast. The budget between Marathon and Bungie, right? 75 mil versus 140 mil, and they did more with it, right? So their potential is huge. They could do so much. So they just need to listen more to both sides and not just sway to the one side. So that's my opinion on that. But while we got the chat going on like however many streams we got going up on here, we can open it up to like questions too, and see if we can get some other people involved here. I got no one in my chat right now. So what you got, Streets? You got anyone that's got any questions? Are you easy?
Yeah, I think my cousin, he's in here. He was just saying that he's actually getting into making games, which is gonna be dope. But I asked him, yeah, if anybody who's watching, good ship out package is pulled up. He said, question one, Is Sandy still broke inside the game?
Yeah, I am. It's fucking Section 8 in that stash, you know? Like, I'm going to have
He's hurting.
to take out a second mortgage.
Hurting.
or,
Do you think-
or file Chapter 11.
Good ship alpaca. What's up with you, baby? How you doing? Hey, shout out to everybody who faithfully pulls up and watches this. He said, I just joke. He said, I just joke. No, but yeah, if there is any other questions that you guys would like to voice or say to us, let us know, man, because we're here for it. There's somebody in the chat. It says he got 6 chats. What they talking about?
6 chats.
On Riverside.
Oh, yeah, it's Stream Elements. It's Karen. Karen's my AI bot. Yeah. I kicked her out. And then Ramonte was in here. He said invite him to the podcast chat.
Yeah, pull him up. Pull him in here.
Well, he's in there. Like I told him, I said we could see you. We could see you in there.
Oh.
Because it's all linked. It's all linked to mine. And then Fitzy was in here, but I don't know where he went. He's probably streaming right now.
Jamie, did you want to say anything else? Let us know. And same thing with you, good shit. The good homie Schmerksies. If you got anything to say, let us know.
Put a smile on Wheezy's face.
Okay, good ship alpaca does say something. He says, what exactly do you think they should do to facilitate more PvP?
Guns.
Another map. Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny
You know?
you say that because he says another map. That's it. The next thing he says is another map, question mark. That's funny.
They have a lot, you know,
ahead, Weezy.
more PvP maps, guns, PvP trials, you know, just double XP for killing raiders, you know. It's just like there's so much more they can add to it, but they're just holding back. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because maybe they might just give us all this shit that we want, you know what I'm saying? But who knows, you know? I don't, if that's the plan, I don't think they should. If they don't have nothing planned, shit, I think that's a bad thing, because what the fuck are you supposed to do, you know? Like, again, you have a competitor, you know? You're not supposed to get slacking off now. You're not supposed to slack no more. You got Marathon is doing pretty well, surprisingly, after the server slam, you know? And there's no time to start relaxing or slacking off if you want to be number one. You know, everybody wants to be number one. And Ark right now is number one. But if they're not gonna have more plans or kind of be right in the middle of PvE and PvP, they might go downhill, and maybe Marathon might take over the lead. You know, Marathon is look interesting right now. I said like a couple days ago, like I don't think I am gonna play it. I don't know. And the more shit I hear about it, the more it sounds interesting. So I'm just like, shit, I might have to join the dark side, guys. I might have to. I might have to, but you know they have so much opportunity, man. So much opportunity. This is a good development team. They're smart. They know what to do. They're just holding back. I don't know. I don't know why, but I just hope they got something planned for sure.
Mr. Sandy,
Right.
what are your thoughts on that? What do you think they could do to facilitate more?
It's simple, man. Put more maps. Give us more guns. Give us more toys, right? That's what we want. Give us toys to play with, and that's going to make it exciting. You don't even have to change the map. Just give new guns or include more puzzles in the maps where you can get more legendary items. So let's say release the like we see ones, an SMG that shoots energy bullets, right? Make it to where it's a quest within Salamantas, and it's fucking difficult to do. But then once you get it, you get the blueprint, and now you can craft this gun, right? You know, and people will be more involved, right? They're gonna have more people trying to get this other gun, you know, and then they're gonna want to use it, you know, give it like crazy good stats, you know, because it's a legendary weapon, you know. So, I mean, I just don't feel like it's like the nerfs and the weapon changes, yeah, I mean, cool, you know, like try to balance the guns by breaking them. But at the end of the day, you know, the guns that we have, they just don't have enough oomph, you know? Like the Bobcat's supposed to be better than the Stitcher now. Dude, I have died from Ark using the Bobcat because the Bobcat don't do shit, you know. So give us more toys, and we'll be more interested in the game. That's my take on that.
He actually says, he said, I think an option to re-roll your feats and trials based on your play style and preference will go ahead a long way. And I agree.
Yeah, I mean, not only that, but give us more PvP feats instead of just, hey, loot a container. Oh, hey, shoot down a bird. You know, kill a bastion. Like, give us one like knock 5 players within 10 games. You know, or revive a player within one game in one game. You know, like stuff like that. So that way we can at least get something back.
He says, trade killing arc feats for killing players if desired. That way you have small-term goals for PvP. And I think we had said that too earlier, like, you know, add the PvP trials and then, you know, give us, you know, something to work towards, whether it's knocking, you know, so many raiders or reviving or, you know, getting so many kills with this weapon, with the Rattler, with the Stitcher, with the Pharaoh, or with, you know, just give us something to work towards the same way, you know, so you can play the game the way you want to still and have something to work towards. So yeah, we would definitely send that.
That way Weezy could be rich.
There you go.
You know, like get 20 Pharaoh headshots in one game, you know?
Be definitely number 1 on the leaderboard. Those PvP trials.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to go crazy on that thing, man. Pause. But, you know, yeah, I agree that, you know, maybe just giving us new maps, new guns, that would definitely bring it in. Because right now, I think that's what everybody's kind of waiting on. It's like, well, you know, wanting something new. And they got to be careful. A lot of games coming out. Lots of games coming out. And it ain't always got to be a multiplayer game that'll pull somebody away. Because you best believe Grand Theft's not going to might be multiplayer when it comes out. It's going to be single player. And it's going to be doing numbers. Crimson Desert coming out 13th. Yeah, you see, Crimson Desert's about to be.
Hop on that.
I'm getting it. I'm getting that for sure. So I know if I'm playing that, I'm not gonna be playing Ark. So it's like, you guys better do something. And I hate to say it, Blackout's about to be back too. Now I ain't played Call of Duty in a little minute. I done fell off, but I never completely fell off. So I'm gonna go back and see what this new Blackout's like. And if it's tight, because, you know, they've sat back and watched now. They haven't been number 1 for a minute. So you kind of been sitting back watching, like, when you ain't the champion, all you want to do is get that gold back. When you ain't on that, you ain't sitting on the throne, all you want to do is get, you know, back to that throne. So I feel like that's where Call of Duty's at. So I'm hearing they're throwing everything they got in the Blackout. So you never know. You better give us something before people start going and getting invested in other games. And it's like, hey, yeah, that's fun, but it's repetitive. I've already beat the game in a sense. I've did the expedition. I'm cool until they give us a new map in April. And they're not, you know, returning. So it's not what you want. It's not what you want.
Oh, Ark Raiders of Sophie's coming out at the end of this month too. We are not our Sand Raiders of Sophie. It's like Sea of Thieves, but like in the sand, you know? So I want to try that game. It looks interesting, you know?
You gotta try it out, man.
Yep. I'm trying a couple different games this week too. So I'm gonna be excited for that. Because I need to take a mental break from over Ark stimulation. All right.
Anonymous said, sand is fire. He said if we haven't checked that out, that sand is fire. He said, I did all the play tests, and it's amazing. And it's supposed to be one that's also supposed to give Ark Raiders a run for its money.
Is that Sand Raiders of Sophie? Is that what he's talking about?
Is that the same game? Anonymous? I think it may be. Is it Sand Raiders of Sophie, or is it just sand? You know, black folks, we just cut the thing off, just nickname. It's sand. Like, hold on. You know, quick, it's art, you know. You play 2K? He said, yes. Okay, yeah, so Sand Raiders of Sophie. Yes. That is the game, Sandy, that he's talking about. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I seen him play this game, and I ain't playing that old Borderland graphics. Get that old Sea of Thieves on the sand up out of my face. That's what but it's no shade to those games at all. I was just like, man, this ain't gonna be rocking with Ark, man. Now, he's looking like it might, come out of nowhere and be in the conversation. And that's sometimes all it takes. You don't always have to just come in and overthrow something. Sometimes you just getting your name in the conversation is all you need, So it's a lot of names coming up in the conversation when there was just none. So
Yeah. I'm
Really
gonna
cool
be I'm gonna be playing Sand Raiders of Sophie though for sure, because I saw this 2 months ago.
Raiders of Sophie.
We talked about it in the podcast. It was actually the very first episode we did. I was like, all right, I'm bringing this up. It gave like that movie with Will Smith, vibes,
Yeah, the
like
Wild
the old
Wild
West style. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I want to get in with it. See, these is still a fun game too. Oh, and it's similar. So I mean, got my attention. All right. Well, since we're talking about other games, there's a game called Burglin Gnomes. It's an indie game. Funny as fuck, dude. This game, and like it's like from when you first load in, you're just like, "What the fuck is that?" So it gets your attention like right out of the gate. And I actually got some media for it right here. Here's the trailer for it. It'll play. Sometimes this thing doesn't like to play.
Get this damn dough off.
Look at him run! Look at him run!
Damn, buddy's having a heart attack in that bed, wasn't he?
Oh, there's still underwear.
Underwear gnome. Damn. Yeah, these little dogs is fucking shit up.
What? He could fly? What? That's a new thing?
Only got rats in that game, I see too, huh?
Yeah.
Burglin Gnome.
Yeah. It's a fun game, dude. It's way more fun than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
Shit was fun, man. Shit was fun.
Anonymous says if we have time, can we look up funnel runners?
Funnel runners.
Funnel runner. I have no idea what it is, so check it out. The old funnel runners, huh? Check it out. We have AI in the studio. Jarvis, go ahead and pull that video for us, please. It's called Funnel Runners. Make it in 4K if you could. Put it on the left. Put me and Sandy and Weezy on the right. And also, if you could refill my beverage, that would be amazing.
I've been drinking this Macallan.
Wouldn't it be tight if that could really be a thing? You just just do this, do that. Yep, come on. Why you
Spino says, Spino's like, man, Sandy, you wearing a suit? You're prepared for this. I'm like, man, I'm always prepared for life.
He's
always prepared.
Baby. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get.
It's not a full suit. It's just a shirt and tie.
He's sitting there like in his drawers up underneath that. He just
just
no
a G-string.
Weird shit.
I got a G-string on underneath.
I'm screaming, dog.
Straight up banana hammock underneath this. All right, here we go. So I found it here. So it looks like a scary game.
Okay. Scary.
Like it's kind of crazy. It's like a tornado game. Here we go. Here's the trailer for it.
I kind of look like Phasmophobia.
Yep, bring it on the job.
Well, I guess you gotta fix shit before the tornado gets closer to you.
Just bring that tire inside, you know?
Buddy, better hurry up. You can't be missing shit like that with a twister that close. Dude was Mr. Butterfingers.
I mean, that looks kind of cool.
Oh, shit.
It's like Ark Raiders update, dude.
There you go. And the car don't start? I almost say, yeah, y'all could.
So I guess the point of the game is you're supposed to get your vehicle up and running. And then you're also supposed to, you're supposed to be like a storm chaser.
It's nice.
It's not bad, man. That looks pretty cool. Definitely unique, you know?
Sure. Cool
Definitely
little game.
unique.
It's out of the norm. I love it. I won't knock it till I try it. I don't know if it's out yet. They just put this. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
They put it up, this trailer 13 days ago. So it's like super fresh.
And
But yeah, Burglin Gnomes, dude. I mean, you steal shit. You basically burglarize his old man's house. So then he tries to capture you and he can like put you in the oven and do like fucked up shit. But it's funny because it's like you have to. It's all random. You know, you can find a gun. Weezy found like a World War II freaking like German grenade. Blew the damn door off the kitchen. Fucking crazy.
I have a TikTok video of that shit. That shit's so funny, bro.
He had a dart. He poked a dart into someone.
Yeah, dude. I had a World War II grenade, man, and he was getting close. So I lit it up, dropped it, and he fucking flew.
Dropped his ass.
He fucking flew to the other room, bro. Fucking this, all crunched up and shit, bro. That shit was funny as fuck.
All I saw when you did that, as I heard the explosion, I looked, I saw the door flying through the air from the kitchen, ripped it off the hinges, and the dude's flying the other direction. All I can say was, holy shit, what was that?
That shit was hilarious, bro. That game is fun, though, man. If you gotta play that shit. That shit's hilarious.
Yeah, we should play it together. We should get like a stream going on it. Like it's
We should, man.
I'm sure
When's it
I would
come
get
out?
burned out on it pretty quick, and because it's kind of the same thing too. But like we haven't played it enough to get burned out on it. So
Yeah.
When's it drop?
it's I don't know, but the demo's playable. Like so you can play like a good portion of the game. So and apparently Spino says they did a lot of updates on it. So there's a lot more new things. So he also says Resident Evil Requiem, I suck at words, might be horror game of the year. I am buying that game. I'm buying that game next week.
It looks good.
I don't do so good with scary games because when I'm streaming, I literally do get scared and I like ah! And I don't like showing that side of myself, but I'm gonna do it.
You know what? You know what game you should play, Sandy?
What's that? Outlast?
Outlast, bro. You should play that game. That shit's scary as fuck, man. Your blood pressure will go up, bro. I swear to God.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna pull it on Steam.
That's just scary.
But yeah,
man.
I was playing Silent Hill 2, and that game was scaring the shit out of me. The little like meat puppets walking around. It's trippy. I got a couple clips where I was like, all right, chat. Yeah, we're just walking up this room. Holy shit, it's in there. You know, like I get attacked by a monster. So freaks me out. But I'm going to do more of those. I think those are fun. So, all right. Well, that is part of the gnome segment. I don't think there's much more to talk about in the gnomes other than it's funny as fuck and it's fun to play. So, I just wanted to, before we close everything off, the weapon tier list after the nerfs. Like, I definitely feel like a lot of them changed. So, like the Stitcher is no longer A tier. I think it's like D or E. It's like way down the list now. So right now, people are saying the Venator, Renegade, Tempest, Bobcat are the ones that are closer to the S tier. So what do you guys think about that?
Ben is like an A. 100%.
Tempest?
I got No, the Venator. So I got Venator A. I got Renegade, Tempest, Bobcat, all in S. Toro's an S too. Volcano's an A. Any
Toro
gray
is
gun,
flipping.
crazy man. I would say any gray weapons, all damn near all F. Literally all F. And besides the kettle I'll put a D. The kettle's still good. It's outperformed. It's the best starter weapon out of every gun so far. Now it is. And then what other guns have we got? Osprey A,
Kano, Osprey, uh,
Anvil A as well. I put in
the
A.
Anvil dropping shit still.
Yeah, but I think the top 2 weapons so far, Renegade, Toro. Those 2 weapons are the top 2 right now. I believe because they haven't nerfed the Toro, which is surprised to be honest. But the Renegade, man, that Renegade is OP. 3 shots, medium shield, you're done. Literally, you have no chance. If they hit 1 headshot, it's over. But the guns have changed a lot, though, man. The guns have definitely changed a lot, and some of it's for the better, and some of it's for the worse. I feel like, aka the Stitcher, But I
Sad.
think I know, man. It's a sad day. Including my Ven, man. They nerfed it, man. I can't believe it. Can't. But yeah, man, I think they just need more weapons, man. More variety. All it is. I'm tired of using the same weapons, everybody has the same meta, the same guns, the same everything, man. I'm just why not add RPG or something, bro? Like or something. Just something. Or even like another LMG. We only have one, That'd be pretty cool. Another LMG.
Yeah, Torrente.
Yeah. So
Speaking on this too, I think a feature they need to add is being able to craft while you're in the field, like to create a gun. Like say you get all these parts. If I got everything to make, the shotgun, I should be able to make it right here, or I should be able to fix my gun right here. As long as I have the parts, I don't see why I can't in game.
Yeah, they did that. They would need to put workbenches at specific locations
Exactly.
to do
That's what I'm
that, not
talking.
just freely craft. Like you'd have to go to a workbench and bring stuff in. So
Maybe that's the answer. Maybe that's the key. Like, hey, maybe have designated spots where if you want to go and craft, you can. Anyway, add a different element to the game because you'd have to obviously look inside, and it would be the same as looking in somebody's pockets.
yeah.
Yeah, that screen up.
Yeah, I mean, if they were to do that, like without no craft benches and then them crafting it, I feel like it should do half the damage and half the durability. If that's the case, if they want to just build it on the spot and not have any workbench, like if they want to build on the spot just by hand, it should be half the damage and half the durability because it's all by hand. You're not gonna be able to make a perfect gun just sitting there
Yeah,
and fucking make.
yeah,
I mean, it'd be pretty cool to make or introduced.
yeah. You got a gun that's broken, you can go fix it. You know how many shotguns you got or Venators? It's like, level 4. It's like 0 out of 100.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to maybe just go somewhere and be like, hey, look, let's now travel there to go fix the weapons we just got. Maybe we don't want to leave. Maybe we want to PvP. I don't know. But if we do, it would be pretty cool to be able to fix the guns that are broken that you get off other players from PvP.
right.
That's all I'm saying. It'd be a cool little feature. Embark. Do what you will with that information. But yeah, sorry. This is just a little side note, little seasoning.
I think the Toro 4 with blue attachments is S tier right now. I think that is the S tier weapon. Torrente, pretty damn close with the level 3 comp on it and blue mods and a kinetic. That thing absolutely tears assholes to pieces, man. Like you could bring that thing into a match and just dump it into a group of people if they're stacked up and you just wipe them all. We were doing that the other night. Kept bringing in Torrentes and just I chased some guy and he tried to hold his ground and pulled out the Torrente and just blasted his ass. He instantly fucking started running. That shit it's awesome. That gun lights people up. So those two I think are the top right now, and Tempest is right in there with it. Bobcat, man, I had one with a kinetic on it and all level 3s. I couldn't even kill a turret, dude, with 30 rounds. And then the turret proceeded to kill me. And I have a gun with a legendary attachment fully leveled up. That's insane to me. But I could take a rattler and I could shoot 12 bullets at it and kill it. So, make it make sense. Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Light bullets,
It's crazy. I think, but even though 30 light bullets at like light speed should be able to at least take a turret, So I don't know. But I've been loving the Toro, man. It feels so good when you get that final shot and that flare pops come out of a roll and wow. Feels good.
It does.
All right. Well, you guys got anything else before we close it off?
Dude, that's everything, man. We think we talk about majority that we need to talk about. So,
all right. Well, I have a final question. Yeah, balls. Where do you think Ark Raiders is going to be in 1 year? Do you think they're still going to be popping, or do you think they're going to slowly drift off, based off what we know now?
They're definitely still going to be popping. I don't think this game is going anywhere. I think it's created its own little fan base, and it carved its own, face into the gaming giant wall or whatever, amongst the greats. I don't think it's going to go anywhere, but I do feel that it will lose a lot of its fan base if it doesn't start to give us more, because we're hungry and we're wanting more. Not just the PvP players, but also the PvE players. We're all hungry for more Ark Raiders. A year from now, if they want to keep the numbers the way they are, and they want to, continue to have a lot of success, they have to do something. They have to give us something within these next couple months. Summer's coming. It's going to be a hot summer. If you want people inside playing your game, you got to give them a reason to be like, you know what? I know it's a lot going on outside, but there's even more going on in Ark Raiders in the game, and I got to be a part of that. So if you want that same success, you got to give us something. And that's my take on that. What about you, my brother Wheezy and Sandy? What do you guys feel?
I agree, man. Again, like what Spinal said, I don't think this game is gonna die within a year. I highly doubt this game is gonna like fail. This game has high hopes. I think it's gonna be good as long as they drop updates, make new content, and not keep the same generic stuff that we already have in the prior years. I want something. Want something new. We need something new. Don't keep the same weapons. Like I said, again, we're heavy about the weapons because it's true. We need something. We need more toys to play about. We need more maps. Like we had one map throughout 4 months, 5 months already, and I feel like it's not enough content. With they're dropping with just fucking weather conditions and new Ark, this and that. Like we do want that, but we don't really want it enough where we have other shit to worry about, aka the maps and the weapons. But overall, though, I still think it's gonna top Marathon. I still think so. I don't think it's gonna go. I don't think it's gonna dip down or it's gonna fall unless Marathon has something up their sleeve, and they might have something crazy, But this company is gonna do right. Hopefully, I have high hopes, and they always have done right. And I think they'll keep continuing what they're gonna do and what they want to do. So,
all right.
I believe.
I believe they could fly too. Yeah, I think they're still going to be there within a year. So all we can see is it's like Destiny, right? not the game Destiny. Screw that game. The choices they make and the decisions that they go through with are going to decide the fate of this game. So all we can see is where they're going to be at within the year based on those decisions. You know, it's going to make or break the game. Right now, we're already getting a level of disinterest because of the lack of content. Hopefully, they make the good decisions and add the content that people are seeking, and that'll keep the game alive. And I have hopes that that's what they're going to do. Like I said, they did this with $74 million budget. You couldn't do that. So if they can get this far off of, you know, half the money, they're smart guys. They know, they get it. I think they're doing things strategically, but I think they're overthinking it. They're overcomplicating what they're trying to do to keep their game alive. They're trying to, it's their baby, you know. They don't want to break through the ice and drown in the water. You know, they want to wait till that ice gets solid before they start making big changes. So that's just my opinion on that. I think we're going to be fine. But I'm still going to play other games just to desensitize from it to keep interest. So, which is what I've done anyways with other games, not just Embark. So, but all right. Well, awesome. Well, you guys got anything else? We're good? All right.
I'm Gucci.
All right. So we'll close it off here. Thank you all for watching the live. I'll have this posted in the morning. It's going to take a while for this to render, so be patient with me on that if you guys want to rewatch the episode or if you missed it. So, but other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one, and hope you all have a good rest of your week.
Sure. Appreciate y'all. See you on the next one.